Zdravo, zdravo, kako se ko šta ovaj pad kada konemo muzičkата емисија Hard and Heavy. Се наоѓаме на северот од Балканот, се наоѓаме на Алпите, значи во Словенија, во Томин, на Metaldays. И имаме нови соговорници. Нашите нови соговорници ни доаѓаат од Скандинавието, ни доаѓаат од Норвешка, од Осло. И тука се, значи, бендот кој свири Black Jazz, нешто прогресивно. Значи, Shine. First, welcome to the TV show Hard and Heavy.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you.
Tell me, you started it's 1999, and how you started?
We started when I studied jazz music at the Norwegian State Academy of Music in Oslo, Norway, and I wanted to start a band. So I got, fellow students that studied at my school. We started the band and started playing the songs I'd written, and we've kind of kept on since then, but with the music has evolved and the musicians have changed, and so we're a completely different band now. But that's how we started.
Yeah. Tell me, why did you take it the name and where did you take it?
The name?
Where,
Shining? I think you should ask Jörgen.
Yeah.
It's we chose that probably in 1999 after one of our first shows, and we were in the car driving back and just said that now that we are a band, we need a name. So we just brainstormed and wrote a big list, and one of the names were Shining, and it was obviously taken from the Stanley Kubrick film called The Shining, and we just liked that movie, liked the name, liked the kind of the atmosphere in the movie. It's spooky, but it's also like artsy and clever, so that's where it's from.
Yeah. Tell me, where take it your influence in your music, because you're very interested in mix jazz, black, or...
We find influence in all kinds of music. These days we are inspired by a lot of rock acts. In the past we've been influenced by obviously jazz. Metal is a big thing. Everything from Slayer and...
Slayer, the only metal band you know?
No, you're not. It's not problem.
I know Slayer. And we also are inspired by, like you said, movies and books. We read a lot of books and...
Yeah. Who write the lyrics?
Who writes the lyrics?
Yeah.
It's that guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And where take the inspiration for the lyrics?
It's different, but most of the time I write the music. I start with the music, and then I kind of, when the music starts to take form and have a certain vibe, I just start thinking about what it could be about, and then and those ideas could be from watching movies or reading books or stuff I discover when reading a news article, or I just keep on all the time. I just keep that in my head, and if I come up with ideas, either if I dream something or hear someone say something, I write it down on my phone, and after a while I send an email to myself, and when I get to my computer I put those ideas into a Word document. So I have a long list of ideas there that sometimes work, and other times it just comes to me when I listen to the music, and then of course I have to work. When you have the idea, you still have to work a lot with it to make it good. Yeah.
You have in the music is a saxophone.
Yeah.
You're good at playing good saxophone. You like it instrument saxophone?
Yeah, that's where I started. That's my first main instrument. And that was a big part of this things we call black jazz in 2010. That was a big part of that musical invention.
Yeah.
And I play it live, and I think it's become a signature thing with our band. Yeah.
You first who is the playing saxophone with the metal instruments. This is the black jazz mix. How you say for the style of your music? The name.
What you mean?
For you, if you ask you, your style of your music, what do you say?
I'd say it's the word black jazz is taken partly from the album called Black Metal by Venom, and partly from an album called Free Jazz by Ornette Coleman. And musically, it's a mix of jazz and metal, or free jazz and black metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how it started, and since then we've, it's been under development still. So it's become, it's just a little bit less free jazz and a little bit more rock in there right now, and there's some parts of industrial music in there. But that's where it came from.
Yeah. Tell me, maybe you have a new material coming.
Yeah, we're gonna play 2 new songs today. Yeah.
The new album, it's the next step. Maybe be the same style.
I think we can say for sure that it's going to be a new step for this band. Yes, most definitely. It's a constant evolving project. Our band Shining has been since the start, and that hasn't stopped now. The Black Jazz name and tradition has been very growing since day one, really. All the 3 albums under the Black Jazz name has been like that, and this new one is not an exception. It's gonna bring some new elements under the Black Jazz flag, to say that. So yes.
Tell me, you have an academy for the music. Yeah? You have first the step involved in the music, be the classical music or jazz music. You be teaching in school, high school music, and after academy music.
Yes, I've studied music. Yes, for my whole life. Yeah.
And for the end, what would you like to say for Macedonian metal fans and people who are watching this?
I don't think we've ever played in Macedonia.
Yeah.
Is that right? So we would like to play in Macedonia very soon. Or
Yeah.
you say Macedonia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you book us to Macedonia?
Yeah, because this band, it's amazing. Jazz and metal with saxophone, it's amazing. You must listen and find these albums. You have the 3 albums, which is amazing.